we are going to cover spatial rib and chord structures. So some of the views we will cover under this topic. One design we are going to cover under spatial rib structures, and two designs we are going to cover under chord structures. Rib and chord is generally sometimes used as synonyms, and that's why there may be confusion in the definition of rib and chord structures. However, already we have taken extensions of plane view, in that if we extend the plane view in vertical or horizontal direction, we are getting warp rib and weft rib structures. The specialty of the rib structure is they produce longitudinal or transverse lines, either longitudinal lines. In case of weft rib, we are getting longitudinal lines. In case of warp rib, we are getting horizontal lines or transverse lines in the fabric. But here we are taking spatial rib structures, and the design which we are going to cover under this topic, spatial rib structure, is a twilled rib, which is termed as corkscrew design. And just to distinguish these chord structures from the rib structure, I am taking a definition of chord structure here. The term chord is frequently applied to the rib structures which run the length of the cloth in order to distinguish them from those that run horizontally. So rib structure means it may run, the rib structures are running through the length or lengthwise or widthwise, horizontally or vertically, then it is termed as rib structure. But if it is a spatial part, when the longitudinal lines are there, just to distinguish it from the horizontal lines, the chord structures which are producing longitudinal line or which run through the length of the cloth, they are termed as chord structures. So chord is a specific part of rib structure. Rib is a wider term, but chord is a part of that rib structure which are running through the length of the fabric. So when the lines run through the length of the fabric, it is specially termed as chord structures. So under this topic, we will cover Bedford chord and welt and piquet structures. So three designs we are going to cover in this topic. In rib structures, we will take corkscrew designs, and in chord structures, we will take Bedford chord and welt structures. So first, we are going through a special rib structure, which is known as corkscrew designs or corkscrew weaves. The method of construction is very easy, but very interesting effects it is going to produce in the fabric. So corkscrew weaves are basically hard weaves and constitute another important category of rearranged twills. So this can be also understood as a rearranged twill. Here we are arranging the order of the twill in a specific manner, and we are getting twilled ribs, which are known as corkscrew designs. So the twill is arranged in the rib form. It becomes twilled ribs, and they are known as corkscrew designs. They are capable of producing firm and compact textures of good strength, durability, and warmth. Hence, these weaves are suitable in the production of garments from worsted fabrics. Here is the classification of corkscrew designs, and same is the rib structures are classified into two categories. Similarly, corkscrew designs are classified in two categories depending on the direction. Warp-wise, it is warp corkscrew. Weft-wise, it is known as weft corkscrew. Warp corkscrew can be constructed on odd number of threads and even number of threads. Similarly, weft corkscrew can be also arranged on odd number of threads and even number of threads. But with the odd number of threads, we are getting more regular structures. So generally, the warp and weft corkscrew designs on odd number of threads are preferred as compared to even number of threads, because more regular structures we are able to produce with the odd number of threads. And there is slight difference in the method of construction when we have odd sizes or when we have even sizes. So we will take examples of both. The main specialty of this design is it can be constructed or produced by taking sateen as the base. And sateen here we are taking with counting number 2 only. And that's why, because counting number 2 is possible for regular structures, with odd number of threads. And that's why on odd number of threads, we are getting regular structures. So counting number you have not to select. Counting number will remain 2 always for every size. In every case, the counting number will be 2. Only the direction is changing. And these designs are generally indicated along with sectional diagram. In this case, construction of draft, lifting plan, and denting plan will remain same as we have done for the different views. By just by following the principle of drafting, you can construct draft and lifting plan. But sectional diagram is special here, and that's why we generally indicate the design along with sectional diagram. Sectional diagram, I have already explained. It is showing the configuration of the threads, warp threads or weft threads, means how the warp threads and weft threads are placed in the design, placed in the fabric, how they are placed in the fabric. That can be indicated by sectional diagrams. Sectional diagrams can be indicated cut through the warp or cut through the weft. So for the warp corkscrew, it is cut through the weft. For weft corkscrew, it is cut through the warp. Type of sectional diagram is indicated. So it is to show how the threads are configured or placed in the fabric. We are constructing sectional diagrams along with the designs. As I mentioned, for few designs, sectional diagrams are essential. So for these designs, indication of sectional diagram is very important. So first, we are taking steps of construction of warp corkscrew views. The method of construction of warp corkscrew and weft corkscrew on odd number of threads and even number of threads are having almost similar method. So I will explain one, and then I will give you the hints, and you can practice all these designs, because I want to cover the whole topic in today's lecture. So we will go a little bit fast after the construction of a warp corkscrew on odd number of threads. So try to focus yourself to understand the method of construction of warp corkscrew on odd sizes. If you understand this, then you will be able to construct weft corkscrew on odd sizes, then warp corkscrew on even sizes, weft corkscrew on even sizes. And very, very simple steps we are following. Only 2 steps are there. First step is we are indicating a base, that is a sateen base. So indicate sateen with counting number 2. And this arrow is indicating counting number 2 in horizontal direction. Arrow is in horizontal direction. So warp means vertical threads. So for warp corkscrew, where we have vertical threads, counting number is counted horizontally, opposite. Remember it. For warp, which is vertical thread, for that counting number is counted horizontally, and that is 2. 2 for all type of variations. So there is no need to mention counting number, because we are not going to change the counting number. So counting number will remain 2, only the direction will change. So for warp means which are vertical threads, we are taking horizontal counting number in horizontal direction. That is the most important thing you have to remember in the construction. Another thing is, after indication of the sateen marks as the base, marks are added. For warp corkscrew, because warp means vertical, so marks are added vertically. Counting number is taken horizontally, but marks will be added warp wise. Warp means vertical, so marks are added vertically and in a specific manner. What is that manner? In such a manner that warp dominates. Warp float should dominate over weft float. Means marks are more than blanks, and that should be by 1. एक mark ज़्यादा होना चाहिए blank से. In that manner, we have to add the marks to each sateen base mark. So just by this sentence also you can construct the design, but to make it more simple and more mathematical, I have indicated a formula, but when you will construct, then you will understand that there is no need to remember the formula. But for the beginners, it is better to understand how we calculate the warp float length. Warp float kitne ka hoga? That is n plus 1 by 2, where n is the number of threads in the design. If suppose we are taking warp corkscrew in 7 cross 7, then n will be 7. If you are taking warp corkscrew in 10 cross 10, then n will be 10 in this way. So warp float can be calculated by taking this formula n plus 1 by 2. But this is only for odd sizes. So the example I have given for 10 will not be applied for this. It is for odd sizes only, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. For that you can apply this. So odd number plus adding 1, you will get an even number, and that can be divided by 2. In this way, you can also calculate the float size, or just you can remember marks are more than blank by 1. एक मार्क ज्यादा होना चाहिए ब्लैंक से, तो भी आप वही बनेगा आपका डिजाइन और वही फ्लोट लेंथ बनेगा, और अगर आप कैलकुलेट करते तभी you will get the same float length. Here see the method of construction of warp corkscrew weave on odd sizes, and here I am taking an example in 7x7 for this. So 7x7, select a size of 7x7 on the graph paper. ग्राफ पर एक 7x7 का size select कर लें to represent the warp corkscrew design, and then indicate a satin base with counting number 2 horizontally. So indicate the mark in the first square and then count 1 and 2 horizontally. Then 1 and 2 horizontally, 1 and 2 horizontally, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. In this way, indicate the satin base mark. इसी satin base mark को मैं use कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पर, and they are indicated by orange color. Same is indicated here. So you can use the same as selected size. ये just आपको differentiate करने के लिए, अलग से समझाने के लिए मैंने अलग लिया है. आप यहीं पर indicate कर सकते हैं. Now base marks आपके पास already हैं, 13 base marks with counting number 2 horizontally in warp corkscrew on odd sizes. Now you have to add the marks in such a fashion that marks should be one more than the blanks. तो ये mark indicate करने के बाद आप count करें 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 हो रहा है. तो 6 को आप हाफ कर दें 3 मार्क्स, तो आप 3 मार्क ऐड करेंगे तो ये बन जाएगा 4 और 3 ब्लैंक. 4 मार्क्स 3 ब्लैंक्स मीन्स मार्क इज 1 मोर देन द ब्लैंक. वही हमने सेकंड स्टेप में लिया था. और अगर आप फॉर्मूले से भी लेते हैं तो n+1/2, सो 7+1 दैट इज 8, 8/2 दैट इज 4. तो फ्लोट लेंथ आ गया आपका, वार्प फ्लोट लेंथ मिल जाएगा आपको, दैट इज 4. और इसको 4 बनाने के लिए 1 के साथ 3 और ऐड करेंगे, इट बिकम 4. सो whatever is convenient to you, whatever is easy for you, you can remember that thing. But marks should be added in this fashion. And now add the marks to each base mark. हर base mark के ऊपर 3-3 mark add कर देंगे. Then you will get a warp corkscrew design on odd size. And the odd size here we have taken 7x7. Similarly, you can construct on 9x9, 11x11, 13x13, different sizes you can take. And the sectional diagram is also indicated just at the side of the design, because we have to indicate the configuration of warp threads. So it is cut through the weft. So this circle is indicating first pick, second pick, third pick, fourth pick, fifth pick, sixth pick, seventh pick. और मैंने इसीलिए इसको साइड में इंडिकेट किया कि फर्स्ट पिक आप इसके पैरेलल कर सकते हैं, सेकंड पिक इसके पैरेलल, थर्ड पिक. और डिजाइन और सेक्शनल डायग्राम के पिक्स को आप पैरेलल इंडिकेट कर सकते हैं. और यहाँ पे क्योंकि कट थ्रू द वेफ्ट है, तो जो वेफ्ट है वो सर्कल फॉर्म में बना हुआ है. तो 7 वेफ्ट मैंने यहाँ पे इंडिकेट किए कि पिक 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. एंड नाउ वी हैव टू इंडिकेट sectional diagram or the configuration of first 2 threads only, because all the threads are having same interlacing order. So first 2 indication of first 2 threads in the sectional diagram is enough. So first thread is having 4 up, 3 down. इसको मैंने orange color से indicate किया. 4 up in first 4 pick के ऊपर up है. This is upside and this is downside. Left में हम upside लेते हैं और इधर downside लेते हैं, as I explained earlier when I explained the sectional diagram. So 4 up, तो यहाँ पे 4 continuously up, and then 3 down, continuously 3 down. So first end is up on the first 4 picks and down on the next 3 picks, as shown in the interlacing diagram also, design also. Then second pick, second end is up on the first pick. तो ये जो blue color से मैंने show किया, this is up on the first pick, and then it is down continuously 3 times. So second pick, third pick और fourth pick पे down हो रहा है. And then again it is up on the next 3 picks. Fifth और sixth और seventh के ऊपर से जा रहा है, तो ये ऊपर से हमने निकाल दिया. ठीक है. यहाँ आप देखिए सेक्शनल डायग्राम की जो एक स्पेशलिटी है जो आपको याद रखनी है. अगर इंटरसेक्शन यहाँ पर अप है और यहाँ लास्ट में डाउन है, तो हम इसको हाफ टर्न रखेंगे और इसको भी हाफ टर्न शो करेंगे. तो ये हाफ टर्न और हाफ टर्न एक दूसरे से मिलेंगे, यहाँ पर एक इंटरसेक्शन पॉइंट बनेगा. लेकिन आप यहाँ देखिए, यहाँ भी अप है और यहाँ भी अप है, इट मीन्स ये कंटिन्यूस फ्लोट है. तो मैंने इसको भी स्ट्रेट रखा है और इसको भी हमें स्ट्रेट रखना। यहाँ जस्ट आपको थोड़ा सा टर्न दिखाई दे रहा है, दैट इज इनकरेक्ट, इसको करेक्ट करें, ये स्ट्रेट रहना चाहिए। ये स्ट्रेट और ये स्ट्रेट ये शो कर रहा है कि नेक्स्ट रिपीट में ये कंटिन्यूअसली फ्लोट कर रहा है। 3 का फ्लोट यहाँ है और 1 का फ्लोट यहाँ है, दैट इज फ्लोट ऑफ 4। इन दिस वे वी इंडिकेट द सेक्शनल डायग्राम। ये जो टर्न कर रहे हैं दैट इज ऑल्सो हैविंग इट्स सिग्निफिकेंस। किसी को हम स्ट्रेट रख रहे हैं, किसी को हम टर्न कर रहे हैं। टर्न हम उन्हीं को करते हैं जहां इंटरसेक्शन पॉइंट बन रहा है, क्योंकि यहाँ इंटरसेक्शन बनेगा, ये अप है और ये डाउन है। डाउन से जब अप आएगा तो इंटरसेक्शन होगा, तो हाफ हमने यहाँ शो कर दिया और हाफ हमने यहाँ शो किया, यानी कि नेक्स्ट रिपीट में ये इससे ज्वाइन, हाफ विल ज्वाइन विद हाफ, और ये नीचे से ऊपर की तरफ आएगा, बैक साइड से फेस साइड की तरफ आएगा। इन दिस वे वी कैन इंडिकेट सेक्शनल डायग्राम फॉर वार्प कॉर्कस्क्रू वीव ऑन 7 both sides, that is 7 cross 7. So this is a design and this is sectional diagram for warp corkscrew in 7 cross 7. I think it is clear. If you have any question in construction part of warp corkscrew design and sectional diagram, you can ask right now, because after that all the examples I will take little bit fast, just giving the hints so that we can cover the whole topic in this lecture. Do you have any question? Very simple. Step number 1, indicate the 13 base marks with counting number 2 horizontally because it is warp corkscrew, and then add the marks vertically in such a order or in such a pattern that we get 1 mark more than the blank. So warp will dominate. Warp is dominating means it is warp corkscrew, warp face design. So I hope it is clear. Steps of construction of warp corkscrew weaves on even sizes. थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस है, बाकी मेथड सेम है. Indicate 13 base. Step number 1 is same. Counting number 2 horizontally because this is warp corkscrew, right? Then marks are added vertically in such a manner that either warp dominates or warp and weft floats are equal. यहाँ 2 options हैं, आप किसी भी एक ऑप्शन पे जा सकते हैं. Either warp floats are more than weft floats or warp floats and weft floats are equal. But generally we prefer warp domination. So if it is not mentioned, then generally we prefer this type of structure in which warp is dominating. So here marks are more than blanks or equal. दोनों में से कुछ भी हो सकता है. And for that warp float का length either it will be n/2 + 1 or n/2. दोनों में से आप कुछ भी ले सकते हैं, but generally we prefer n/2 + 1.
सर हम जो पहले फर्स्ट स्टेप है 2 मूव सर्टेन ले रहे हैं, वो 3 मूव्स भी तो ले सकते हैं, 2 मूव क्यों ले रहे हैं?
काउंटिंग नंबर 2
सर जो बेस ले रहे हैं तो 2 मूव्स क्यों ले रहे हैं हम लोग?
The move for I have already mentioned this design is based on move number 2. Actually any certain cannot be taken for this because we have to produce 12 rib structures. So to arrange the rib structure into 12 formation, we are taking counting number 2, and that will remain fixed for corkscrew designs. Okay. Now warp corkscrew,
Yes,
warp corkscrew weave on even sizes, and for that I am selecting a size 16 × 8. However, the basic size is 8 × 8, but the even whenever we are taking any the corkscrew designs on even sizes, if it is warp corkscrew, ends will be double of picks. Ends per repeat will be double of picks per repeat. And if it is weft corkscrew, picks per repeat will be double of ends per repeat. So the basic size is 8, but to indicate a proper design on even sizes, end should EPR should be double of PPR. इसलिए यहाँ पे हमें 16 लेना पड़ेगा. So I have selected a size 16 × 8 here on graph paper to construct warp corkscrew design on even sizes. So what I'm doing here, see in the similar manner, starting with the first mark, indicate the base marks by counting number 2 horizontally, because this is warp corkscrew. So 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 2, counting number 2, counting number 2, counting number 2. But again now I take counting number 1 and 2, then I will get the same mark. So by taking counting number 2, I am able to indicate marks on all the odd spaces. Odd vertical spaces पे मैंने एक mark indicate कर दिया है. But even spaces आपकी खाली है. और क्योंकि even size है, counting number 2 is a factor of that. So now it is not possible to indicate the mark just by following the simple method of indicating the mark of 13. So here we have one modification or one slight change, and that you have to remember. First line हमने ये indicate कर दिया है, and that I have indicated with crosses just to distinguish it from the second line. तो ये base मैंने बना दिया है यहाँ पर counting number 2 से. अब odd number जो odd even vertical space है वो सारे blank है, वहाँ पे कोई भी base mark नहीं आ रहा. आप देखिए second पे, 4 पे, 6 पे, 8 पे, 10 पे, 12 पे और 14 पे और 16 पे कोई भी मार्क नहीं आ रहा है. केवल ये आ रहा है 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13 एंड 15 पर. तो इवन स्पेसेस सारे खाली हैं, तो हम फर्स्ट इवन स्पेस से स्टार्ट करेंगे एंड वी विल स्टार्ट इंडिकेशन ऑफ बेस मार्क एज सेंट्रली एज पॉसिबल. जो सेकेंड लाइन हम स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं दैट विल स्टार्ट एज सेंट्रली एज पॉसिबल, जितना सेंटर पॉसिबल है. तो ये टोटल 8 पिक्स का डिजाइन है. तो या तो हम 4 पे स्टार्ट करेंगे या हम 5 पे स्टार्ट करेंगे. जनरली वी स्टार्ट आफ्टर लिविंग 4, n/2 के बाद स्टार्ट करते हैं. तो 8/2 दैट इज 4. तो 4 के बाद हम इसको स्टार्ट करेंगे. तो जो सेकंड वर्टिकल स्पेस है, यानी कि फर्स्ट इवन वर्टिकल स्पेस जो है, उसमें हमें मार्क इंडिकेट स्पेशली इस मेथड से करना है एंड देन अगेन काउंटिंग नंबर 2 करना है. मैंने सेंट्रली एज पॉसिबल मींस 8 का डिजाइन है, तो सेंटर का मतलब 4 हुआ. तो 4 थ्रेड्स के बाद मैंने पहला मार्क यहाँ पे इंडिकेट कर दिया, बेस मार्क ऑन फर्स्ट इवन वर्टिकल स्पेस. एंड देन मेथड विल रिमेन सेम, 1 and 2, 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 counting number 2, counting number 2. And now you can see we have base marks on odd and even vertical spaces. Means on every vertical space now we have 13 base mark. So that is the special thing which we have to consider at the time of construction of baseline. After formation of baseline, then method will remain same. We have to add the marks. Either warp can dominate, or warp and weft float may be equal. Both are theoretically both are correct, but practically we generally take the marks in such a manner, we add the marks in such a manner that warp dominates. So यहाँ पर अगर मैं 3 marks add करता हूँ, तो it will become 4 up and 4 down. That will be second case, in which warp floats and weft floats are equal. That is also theoretically correct. तो एग्जाम में अगर आप बनाते तो वो करेक्ट होगा, बट प्रैक्टिकली अगर warp float और weft float equal है, तो warp will not dominate and this will be not be a complete accurately warp corkscrew. तो उस केस में हम क्या करते हैं, to make it a complete warp corkscrew design and to give a warp domination, what we are doing to give warp domination, I am adding 4 marks instead of 3. तो अगर मैं 4 marks add करता हूँ, तो it will become 5 up and 3 down. Means 2 marks are more than blanks by 2. जो कि odd में था, marks are more than blanks by 1. यहाँ पे 2 ज्यादा होंगे. और अगर आप फॉर्मूला देखते हैं तो उसमें भी यही आएगा, n/2 plus 1. So n/2 means 8/2, that is 4 and plus 1 5. इसको आप 5 बना दें. और यह n/2 that is 4, तो 3 marks add करेंगे तो 4 बन जाएगा. In this way we have to add the 4 marks or 3 marks throughout the repeat on each 13 base mark, and you will get a warp corkscrew weave on even size in 16x8. I hope it is clear. So I have taken one example of warp corkscrew on even odd size, and then I have taken on even size. In a similar manner, we can construct weft corkscrew just by doing small changes. Indicate 13 base mark with counting number 2 vertically. Weft means horizontally. वहाँ काउंटिंग नंबर हमने हॉरिजॉन्टल लिया था, तो यहाँ पे वर्टिकल लेंगे. उसका हमें उल्टा करना है, यहाँ पे रिवर्स करना है. तो काउंटिंग नंबर 2 वर्टिकली. मार्क्स आर एडेड हॉरिजॉन्टली. वहाँ हम वर्टिकली ऐड कर रहे हैं, हियर मार्क्स आर एडेड हॉरिजॉन्टली इन सच ए मैनर दैट वेफ्ट डोमिनेट्स. वेफ्ट डोमिनेट्स मींस वेफ्ट फ्लोट मींस ब्लैंक्स. सो ब्लैंक्स आर मोर देन मार्क्स बाय 1. वहाँ पे क्या था, मार्क्स आर मोर देन ब्लैंक्स बाय 1, क्योंकि वहाँ पे हमें वार्प को डोमिनेट करना है. हमें यहाँ वेफ्ट डोमिनेट करना है, तो वेफ्ट मींस ब्लैंक, तो ब्लैंक शुड बी मोर देन मार्क्स. तो मार्क्स हम इतने ही ऐड करेंगे कि एक ब्लैंक ज्यादा हो. So weft float can be calculated by using same formula which we have used for warp corkscrew in odd sizes, n+1/2. Now see the example. I have indicated and taken a same size so that you can compare 7 × 7. So start with 1, counting number 2 vertically, counting number 2 vertically, counting number 2 vertically. By taking counting number 2 vertically, first indicate the 13 base marks and then add the marks horizontally. तो marks हम यहाँ पे weft हैं तो horizontally add करेंगे. Weft means horizontal picks. तो pick wise add करेंगे and marks हम इस तरह से add करेंगे. Total we have 6 blanks. तो हमारे को यहाँ पर 6 का मतलब हाफ, 6 का हाफ तो 3, तो हमें केवल 3 यहाँ करना है ताकि 4 ब्लैंक्स रह जाए, एक ब्लैंक ज्यादा होना चाहिए. और n+1 भी करें तो 7 + 1 / 2 that is 4, तो 4 ब्लैंक्स होने चाहिए. यानी कि 4 ब्लैंक्स रखने के लिए हम 2 मार्क्स ऐड करेंगे हॉरिजॉन्टली. In the similar manner to each base mark, add the marks horizontally, 2 marks horizontally. So you will get a weft corkscrew in which weft is dominating as compared to warp, and you will get this design. Similarly, you can indicate sectional diagram cut through the warp because we have to indicate configuration of picks. तो pick का placing show करना है तो it will be cut through the warp. तो अपने warp को circle में किया. This is end number 1, this is end number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 circles are indicating 7 ends. And now this side is upside and this side is downside. Assuming this face of the fabric, this is the back of the fabric. Now see here, first weft, first pick क्या है? यहाँ down है, यहाँ down है, यहाँ down है. Cross का मतलब weft is down, and here weft is up. So weft is down on first 3 ends and then up, indicated by orange color. Similarly, second is, it is 4 times weft up. So 1, 2, 3 और 4 के ऊपर ये up है, and then it is going towards bottom side, and then 3 के up है. और हमने इसको half turn दिखाया क्योंकि यहाँ पर ये क्रॉस कर रहा है, ये बैक से फेस में आ रहा है, तो इसको हाफ टर्न करके दिखाना है दोनों ही तरफ. एंड दिस इज सेक्शनल डायग्राम फॉर वेफ्ट corkscrew weave on odd sizes. Similarly, we can construct on even sizes by taking slight changes as we have taken in warp corkscrew on even sizes. So 13 base mark counting number 2 से indicate करना है. Marks are added horizontally in such a manner that either weft dominates or warp and weft floats are equal. So blanks are more than marks or equal. Weft float can be calculated by taking n/2 + 1 or n/2 in the similar manner. So just reverse the thing. Here size I have taken 8 × 16. PPR is double of EPR. So 8 × 16 I have taken here. And first indicate the base mark with first taking crosses with counting number 2. तो 1 से लेके आपका 15 तक मार्क्स आएंगे only on odd horizontal spaces. अगेन यहाँ पे even खाली है तो हमें even में स्टार्ट करना है. फर्स्ट even से स्टार्ट करना as centrally as possible. तो 1, 2, 3, 4 एंड्स छोड़ के हम 5 से स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं. सो फर्स्ट मार्क यहाँ पर आएगा सेकंड के अंदर. अगेन काउंटिंग नंबर 2, काउंटिंग नंबर 2, काउंटिंग नंबर 2, काउंटिंग नंबर 2, 2, 2, 2. In this manner, we are able to indicate mark on odd and even vertical spaces, base marks. And now add the marks here in such a manner that
अगर 4 से स्टार्ट करेंगे तो रॉन्ग होगा या राइट होगा सर?
वो भी राइट होगा, रॉन्ग नहीं होगा. You can start with 4 or you can start with 5. But generally, examples I have seen in the books, they are all are started with 5, after 4, after n/2. So it is better we follow the same method. Okay. So here add the marks. तो blanks ज्यादा होने चाहिए. तो हमारे पास यहाँ पे टोटल 8 हैं, 8 स्क्वायर्स हैं. तो 5 में blank कर दिया हमने और 3 में क्रॉस कर दिया. It means 2 marks we are adding. और फॉर्मूले से भी आप कैलकुलेट करेंगे तो n+1/2 means 8 + 1 8/2 + 1, n/2 + 1. So 8/2 + 1 that is 5. तो ये वेफ्ट का जो फ्लोट है वो 5 का होना चाहिए. तो वेफ्ट का 5 फ्लोट रखने के लिए हमें वार्प का फ्लोट 3 का लेंगे. तो 1 mark is already there. We will add 2 marks horizontally. Remember, it is weft corkscrew, so marks will be added horizontally. Counting number will be vertical. So in this manner, by adding 2 marks to each base mark, we will be able to construct a weft corkscrew weave on even sizes. One more modification we are taking for this design, and that is known as stitched warp and weft corkscrew weaves. Means stitching can be done. Stitching means introduction of more intersection points. Intersection point can be also termed as stitching point. So that we are increasing more stitching points, we are increasing more intersection points, number of intersections we are increasing in case of stitched warp and weft corkscrew. So both warp and weft corkscrew on odd sizes and even sizes can be stitched. So in order to make the weaves more firmer, weaves को ज़्यादा strength देने के लिए, the floats at the back are stitched. जो floats हमें मिल रहे हैं, face side को हमें intact रखना है. We have not to interfere with the face side of the fabric, but we can interfere with the back side. जो floats back side में है, वहाँ पर हम stitching करते हैं to increase the number of intersections. And in that, by increasing the number of intersections, we can increase the firmness of the fabric. So how we are doing stitching, that is explained here by the example of stitched warp corkscrew weave on odd sizes in 7x7. So first I have taken a 7x7 warp corkscrew, जो कि मैंने पहले first example में जो बनाई थी उसी को मैंने यहाँ पे copy किया, warp corkscrew on 7x7. But now we have to do the stitching. So what we are doing, now see the sectional diagram here. जो हमने पहले sectional diagram लिया था उसमें क्या था, ये continuously up and this was continuously down, and then it was up and continuously down and then it was up. But हम क्या कर रहे हैं, this is face side of the fabric. आप देखिए यहाँ भी warp float है पूरा और यहाँ भी warp float है. तो जो float face side में है उसको हमें interfere नहीं करना है, उसको हमें disturb नहीं करना है. Back side can be disturbed because fabric is generally we are stitching the garments from face side only. So back side we can interfere. So we are interfering with the back side only. And how we are interfering in such a manner that we can create more intersection points. आप देखिए यहाँ पे 4 up, as it is 4 up लिया, यहाँ 3 down था तो मैंने बीच में एक और up कर दिया. यहाँ पर पहले 2 intersection point थे, अब यहाँ पे 3 के बाद एक आया, फिर वापस यहाँ पर एक intersection, फिर यहाँ पे, यानी कि 4 intersection points create हो गए. इसी तरह से हर वार्प में जाकर के आपको एक छोड़ के एक के ऊपर वार्प स्टिच करना है, यानी कि जो अप डाउन है उसको अप कर देना है. सिमिलरली हियर यहाँ एक चेंज होगा क्योंकि यहाँ पर कंटिन्यूसली अप है, बट ये जो कंटिन्यूस अप था वो नहीं रहेगा क्योंकि यहाँ पे ये डाउन हो गया, ये डाउन, फिर वापस अप आया तो ये अप और फिर डाउन. इन दिस वे वी आर इंटरफेयरिंग विद द बैक साइड ओनली. सिमिलरली दिस इज वेफ्ट कॉर्कस्क्रू. यहाँ पर हम क्या कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पर हमें यहाँ इंटरफेयर करेंगे बिकॉज दिस इज बैक साइड, ये तो फेस पर आ रहा वेफ्ट, यहाँ इंटरफेयर नहीं